Welcome to our city. I'm Alonzo Jones, sitting in for Mayor Bollwage. Here's what's going on this week around our city. Earlier today, Mayor Bollwage attended a Phenomenal Man celebration held at the Stephen Sampson Center, located at 800 Anna Street. The event featured food, entertainment, dancing, and honored the phenomenal men from the city of Elizabeth. Afterwards, Mayor Bollwage spoke at the 8th grade graduation for Cleveland Middle School. The school will be renamed and will no longer be a middle school at the end of this year. Tomorrow, June 17th at 11:30 a.m., Mayor Bollwage will join Secretary of Agriculture Charles N. Cooperis for the opening day ceremony of the Elizabeth Avenue Farmers Market at Union Square Plaza to kick off another season of local farmers selling their Jersey fresh produce here in Elizabeth on Tuesdays. The opening day festivities will include music, giveaways, and free strawberry smoothies provided by the Rutgers Cooperative Extension of Union County. The Union County Division on Aging will also be on hand to distribute senior vouchers for all eligible seniors. The farmers market is sponsored by the Elizabeth Avenue Partnership and will run every Tuesday from June through November from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. For more information, please call Dave Strojek at 908-965-0660. On Wednesday, Mayor Bollwage will be attending the U.S. Conference of Mayors Leadership Meeting, which will hold discussions on community issues, taxes, and crime prevention. For more information concerning this or any other events, please call the Public Information Office at 908-820-4124. Joining me today is none other than the Mayor of Elizabeth, the Honorable Mayor J. Christian Bollwage. I guess you say surprised everyone now, or what?
Well, no, Alonzo, I want to first of all thank you for filling in for me during the campaign. I was at the Phenomenal Man celebration earlier today, and you were the MC there.
Yes.
And I talked with Katie Hall, who we both know, and she said to me, you know, Alonzo did a great job on our city while you were away. So I thought I'd pass those comments from Miss Katie Hall on to you.
Well, thank you very much, and it's been a pleasure, and congratulations on your re-election.
It was fun, and as you know, Alonzo, during the campaign, I've always taken myself off the air, so I'm not on any extra time, and between my adversary and myself, I'm not here using the airwaves to promote anything political, and I voluntarily removed myself from the air, and I thank you for hosting the show and keeping it going, informing the residents of our city a few of the things going on in our community.
Well, again, anytime, I'm here for you.
Thanks, Alonzo.
Now, from the official results, it was a blowout for you and your running mates. With such an impressive victory, what was the difference that made so many residents vote for you and your team versus the opposition's team?
Alonzo, I've been in a few elections in my career. I don't think I've ever received 73% of the vote, and that is absolutely a terrific reaffirmation of the work that we've been doing in the city of Elizabeth. And my council colleagues as well did an excellent job in campaigning. And what happens in our campaigns is a very structured way we work, and we go door to door. We knock on doors. This is a much shorter campaign than I've been used to for re-election as mayor. Usually they start in March or end of April, but no one announced until filing deadline at about 3:45 when my opposition filed paperwork with the city clerk to say that there would be a slate running against us. So we were ready to go, and we had lawn signs ordered and campaign, and Kelly Vance did a great job in running the campaign this year and coordinating all the mailings. And you know, I think it's a testament to the hard work that we do. You know, we don't get caught up in all these personal attacks. We go out, we knock on doors, we talk with people, and we ask them, where can we allocate resources from the city of Elizabeth to best serve the needs of neighborhoods? In 1992, when I ran my first campaign, I ran under the slogan, Neighborhoods for the 90s. It's still about neighborhoods. While we're into a new decade, it's still about neighborhoods. And door to door, between Ed Jackas, Patricia Perkins Augusti, and Frank Quest and I, we learn a lot from the people, whether it's getting a tree cut down or a new road paved or curbs or drive, whatever the issue. We bring that back to the proper departments and we attempt to get them resolved.
Okay. Now, you said something earlier, and I just want you to go back to it about running a positive campaign versus a negative campaign, such as your opposition did. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, you know, we did 5 pieces of literature in the campaign, or 4 pieces of literature. And every single piece of literature that we did, we talked about our accomplishments in the past, but also looking towards the future and what we can do. We also talked about those issues in a TV commercial that we put up on the cable network. And we reminded voters of some of the things we'd done, and Elizabeth is moving in the right direction. And people believe that we're doing a good thing in the city of Elizabeth, and there was no need for these wild, vicious personal attacks that the other side did. I mean, it's just, I don't understand. I even talked with one of the members of the opposition after the campaign, and I said, I always thought elections was about attempting to win an election and attempting to put forth positive ideas for the betterment of the community.
Right.
I never thought elections were just to see how vicious we could get and destroy people's reputations. And frankly, in all the campaigns I've been involved in, this is probably the most vicious, maybe because they were so vicious, we won by such a large margin.
Now, earlier you talked about door-to-door, and what's your door-to-door experience on this campaign?
Well, it's great. I go door-to-door, and Paul Odessa, the recreation director, spends a lot of time with me out there door-to-door. And I know, Alonzo, you've walked door-to-door with me in the past.
You are in shape, I must say that.
Yeah, so there's nobody's going to outwalk me during a campaign, as you know, Alonzo.
Right.
You spend some nights with me going door-to-door. I guess the highlights of door-to-door are when people come out and say, keep up the good work, Mayor.
Right.
I'll walk with someone who helps me interpret. I've learned enough to say Vota Columna Bay on Junio Tre for us in the re-election. So I communicate a little bit with those who speak Spanish.
Right.
And we have a population that's growing in French Creole as well. So we printed placards in all the different languages. We printed placards in Portuguese to reach our Portuguese community, in Spanish and French Creole, so that we let the citizens know that we're in touch with them, and we want to understand how best we can work and put the resources in the proper neighborhoods in order to get things accomplished.
You get a lot of work in that. I saw you in the Elizabeth Pride Day Parade, the Portuguese Day Parade. You're always walking, man.
Well, every morning, people may not believe this, but when I drop my daughter off from school at 8 o'clock in the morning, I then go walk 4.2 miles. So, and during the summer, when she's not in school, I still get up early and I walk my 4.2 miles. And, so I don't smoke, which I always encourage people not to. So it attempts to remain as healthy as possible. And going door to door, up and down steps for 2-3 hours a night, you need to be in somewhat of a shape in order to accomplish that.
That you are. Now, when you spoke with residents, did they bring up any of the made-up negative attacks on you and your running mates?
Sometimes they did. And sometimes most people weren't even paying attention to it, which is, really sad to think that all of this negative information that goes out there, the other side is probably thinking, hey, this is going to get people to vote against my opposition. This is going to get people to say Chris Bollwage and his team got to go. I think it worked just the opposite. People got so fed up with this negative attacks and all of this stuff that they were doing. They said, we're going to vote for the mayor and his team and put him back in office. The personal attacks on the members of council were especially vicious. They lied about a lot of members on the city council in more than one way. And I don't understand why they would do that. I guess it's the only way that they can think they can win is by tearing people down. But when you tear people down, you're never building yourself up, and that's what's happened here.
Okay. Now, you've been re-elected 3 times or 4 times?
I'm entering my 5th term.
5th term. So how is this election different from the previous ones?
Well, I guess my opposition was not available. My opposition was nowhere to be seen. I don't exactly know what the purpose was and why he filed for mayor. The NAACP scheduled a debate a week before the election. I agreed to go to the debate, and my running mates agreed to go. And yet they never agreed. So 5 days before the debate was scheduled, the debate was canceled.